So those are my thoughts on that. Those are my fifis. Dave Rubin claims abortion bills proposed by the Democrats will allow you to get an abortion in 7 months if you're feeling depressed.
Physical health of the mother. Interestingly, in this bill that the Democrats just passed 218-1, if you heard the last sentence that I said there, it's now about posing a risk to the pregnant patient's mental health. Mental health, yeah, that's very different than physical health. And you only need one healthcare provider to say it. So you literally could just find a nurse. You could find a friend who's a nurse, and you could be 7 months pregnant and be like, I just am not in the mood to do this anymore. I'm kind of depressed. And it's like, abortion time. That's literally what this will lead to. So this is just messy all.
Okay. So first of all, that's not how that works. Okay. There are additional checks on something like that. And a 7-month pregnancy that is going to be carried to term is significantly different than like a first trimester pregnancy that is going to be aborted. Okay. There is like the percentage of people that get abortions in the final trimester, okay, like post 6 months, is so marginal that anytime someone talks about it, I have to think to myself that they're fucking grifting, because there is no shot. There is no shot that that you know, this is a commonplace thing. They're hyper focusing on like an extreme edge case. Is the classic thing that reactionaries always do, which is to say things like, oh, you want prisoners to be able to vote? You want the Boston bomber to vote? It's like, not everyone in prison is the Boston bomber, you fucking idiot. Okay? I don't know what the exact fucking stat is actually, but like 99.9% of those like late term abortions or third trimester abortions are happening as a consequence of medical complications. Okay? That's it. Why the fuck would anybody carry a goddamn baby in their belly for 6 months only to be like, all right, I just fucking decided this is dumb? Of course, though, Dave Rubin, what the fuck does he know about carrying a pregnancy to term? He's a dude, so.
Over the place, okay? It's messy all over the place. But as I've said to Shapiro and Prager and some of my other, and Glenn Beck, some of my other pro-life friends, it's not that their arguments are so convincing to me, right? Because I want the state out of the way, and I want people to be able to make choices for themselves, and we can discuss the life or death situation and all that. It's that the left goes so crazy with it that it's like, man,
listen, man, being a gigantic pussy doesn't qualify you to talk about abortions like this. I'm just going to let you guys know. Like, I know some of you are thinking like, well, this guy's a giant pussy, so he knows a thing or two about pussies. No, that's not the case, okay? He doesn't know shit.
I don't want these people near any decision related to a woman, a man, or a child, or anyone else. If you think that 8-month abortions are okay, if you think that 5-month abortions are okay, like you need to be examined.
Yeah, 1.3% of abortions are after the second trimester. 91% are performed or at before 13 weeks, and 7.6% are up to 14 to 20 weeks. A lot of the 14 to 20 weeks marker abortions, the 7%, are done because people don't realize that they're pregnant until it's too late. Okay? Or also medical, like medical complications, things like that. But the 1.3% of abortions that took place over 20 weeks out of a total of 926,200 abortions in 2014. 1.3% of abortions in over like nearly a million abortions took place at or over 21 weeks. Okay? The people that get abortions in the second trimester often get it because of either medical complications or because they don't have access to a fucking immediate provider. You know, things that could be eliminated, problems that would no longer exist if it wasn't for fucking Republicans. Okay? Can a woman really get an abortion moments before birth? The idea that the new legislation under consideration or passed in several states would allow this to happen made headlines over a video of Kathy Tran went viral. Republican asked Tran whether a woman in labor could allow her to have an abortion. She answered yes. Tran later said she misspoke and that such a procedure would not be allowed. Clearly, no, because infanticide is not allowed in Virginia, and what would have happened in that moment would be a live birth. But that allowed Republicans to just go off with it forever. Okay? And the people that are getting abortions in that 1.3% are nearly in every single fucking case. The people that are getting those abortions in the 1.3% in the third trimester are getting it because of medical complications. Because a forced pregnancy carried to term is going to cause serious complications. There are going to be serious fucking issues. And that's the reason why they have to remove the fetus. Some instances where the fetus does not even have viability outside the womb. Some instances where the fetus will have like significant complications. A lot of those people that are at the third trimester at this point, they want the fucking child. And at that point, it's a C-section or induced labor. Yeah. But conservatives like act as though women are like, yeah, you know what? I just, fuck this like birth shit. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want this fucking child. Like, fuck this child. Just murder it as soon as it comes out. Like, that's what they make it seem like. These people are so fucking like bloodthirsty and violent and psychotic. Like, it's wild. It's just so stupid. That's what they do, though. No, they don't, man. Yeah, in your fucking imaginary universe. It's so easy to paint this narrative, too. It sucks. It's the same as everything else. Every black person is violent and a criminal. Every trans person is like a sex pest. Every woman that wants to get an abortion is like a sexual deviant that does not care about like having a fucking pregnancy, and they're just getting abortions like left and right. Like, it's so easy for conservatives to create this attitude for people because they're basically just fucking relying on pre-existing stereotypes that are inherently based in protection exists, Yeah, like you having a RTX 3080 customer number, whatever the fuck, on a Twitch chat. That's like built in because you're never gonna fuck. You don't have a pussy. Very likely. I mean, most likely. And also, you're never going to be able to be inside of a pussy, consensually speaking. So shut the fuck up. Yeah, you have a built-in abortion mechanism. I mean, a built-in abstinence mechanism that is called your fucking brain or lack thereof. So shut up. This is not a conversation about you, you dumb fuck. Anyway, as I was saying, God, $3 million house. Communist poor shaming? Wait. Poor shaming? No, you're too stupid to understand this, so I'll put it into terms you will understand. I wasn't poor shaming. I was actually shaming you for being a fucking idiot. Because your brain is devoid of wrinkles. It is like one fucking smooth marble. Okay? Anyway, as I was saying, you made a rape joke. Is he really the bad one? That rape joke was not okay. Wait, bipolar people? I never made a fucking rape joke, dumbass. I said there's 0% chance he will ever have sex consensually. That's not a rape joke. What's the joke? I'm saying he's a fucking incel loser. I don't really understand why people do this shit, dude. I don't understand it. Like, what's up? Like, I mean, here, I'm just gonna fucking ban this person as well. I'm gonna ban both of these people. Oh, is he gone already? I can't even ban him anymore. Anyway. He apologized. Why people sad? Dude, you want some too? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's keep going. It was a R joke though. Come on. It was not a joke, dude. The mention, dude, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm gonna make mentions to things like rape. I'm gonna mention, especially when we're talking about fucking abortions, you idiot. So like if even the mention of something like rape is too triggering for you, then this is not the podcast for you. You know what I mean? Like, or this is not the broadcast for you. Okay? It's just not. Like, go seek something else. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people. It's like the same people that are like, I can't believe you would, like, yeah, when I'm talking about fucking, when I'm talking about like segregation and I talk about like busing, people are like, ooh, how dare you invoke racial segregation? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Okay? Shut up. Or explaining the concept of dead naming. Like, some of you are, sorry, unfortunately, incredibly sensitive. And you don't have to be here if you're that sensitive. This is not for you. This is for a broader audience that is here to fucking learn. Okay? You've already done the learning. So, you know, if you can't be entertained by the other stuff, then you can leave. Don't let the door hit you on the way out either. Like this ad break hitting you on the way out. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. Okay? And if you'd like to no longer see the ad, you can do a couple things. One of those things that you can do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $4 because it's September. You can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime if you have one. You can also, if you don't want to subscribe, use an ad block or a VPN. But Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account that you've stolen from someone that you can connect to your Twitch account. Here it is.
And again, we can talk about the exemptions. We can talk about when there's a true risk to that woman's health. We can talk
in all of the cases nearly. So the fact that you're not talking about that and exclusively talking about like fucking, you know, women that are casually getting abortions in the third trimester implies that we can talk about it. You just don't want to talk about it.
About when there is a horrific genetic disease that child will.
You ever get pissed at people using ad blocker? Yeah, I get so pissed. That's precisely why I literally mentioned it at the top of the hour. I get so pissed. I don't give a fuck about you watching an ad, dumbass. I don't care. Don't watch the ad.
Never be able to live a fully actualized life. Like we could have all, if you guys weren't so nuts about everything, we could honestly have those discussions. Again, that's what a healthy society would do.
But thinking about it, abortion is legit ending a life inside of a human life. Like there's a heartbeat, it's just murder. First of all, there is no fucking heartbeat until a specific point. There is something that people consider to be a heartbeat, and it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, it literally does not matter. Okay? A lot of people believe that you should be able to kill someone who is in your fucking house. Okay? In the state of Texas, you can murder someone with a weapon, a whole ass adult with a weapon for stepping foot into your fucking house without being welcomed in. Okay? Or even after they're welcomed in, they are still staying in there. Okay? Now imagine someone living inside of you, and it's not even a full human being yet. Okay? It's not even a fucking baby yet. shut the fuck up. It's literally sucking up your resources. It's fucking you up. Like, it's psychotic to just be like, nah, women just literally have to carry pregnancies to term. A fucking clump of cells, and it's a parasite. Like, it's not just a clump of cells, but it's literally a fucking parasite. Okay? That's what it is. An unwanted pregnancy is a parasite. And I've said this already a million times over, this hypothetical I use regularly whenever this conversation comes up, but like, you already assign intrinsic value to a full-blown adult versus a baby versus a fertilized egg. Okay? Millions of abortions are happening. That would mean a literal genocide. And if anyone actually says the abortion situation is a literal genocide, you look at them like they're a fucking psycho. Okay? If a fertilization clinic is on fire and you have the opportunity to save one fucking baby, okay, versus 1,000 fertilized eggs, that's 1,000 humans that's burning, dude, right? No, exactly, because that's not how this shit works. This is before we even get to the fact that making abortions illegal only just means that people are gonna keep having abortions. They're just going to have back alley abortions that are going to harm the people, because women, whether you want to stop them or not, are still going to be able to get abortions. Not only that, and by the way, this is statistically true, in places where abortion has been criminalized, the number of abortions don't decrease. It's just that the number of back alley abortions increase, and also the number of complications like complete sterilization or even death increase for the women that are getting back alley abortions. Back alley abortions doesn't literally mean inside of a back alley, but like, you know, falling down the stairs, coat hanger, drinking excessively, like trying to fucking get an abortion personally. Abortion should be safe and legal for that very reason, because that's how easy it is to fucking get an abortion. As a matter of fact, in a lot of instances, there are miscarriages. And this leads us to the actual final part of the process, the final piece of the puzzle, the other additional complication from a legislative standpoint, which is, how do you criminalize abortion? Because a lot of people will criminalize the doctors, but ultimately that's not going to stop the abortions. You have to criminalize abortions by criminalizing miscarriages. So how are you going to fucking find out who's actually having an authentic miscarriage versus who's having a fucking a back alley abortion? An unwanted pregnancy is a parasite? Dude, you are way off. That's such dangerous thinking. No, the fuck it's not. It's literally not. It actually is. It is a literal parasite. If you don't want to have a child and a clump of cells is literally growing inside of your body and sucking up the resources that you need to survive, then yes, it is literally a fucking parasite. Fuck you, I wasn't a parasite, you bitch. No, you are literally still a parasite. The fact that people make an exception for rape or incest when talking about abortion shows that they don't actually value it as a full human life. Yeah, that's another reason. That's another great point, and one that I forgot to mention. Like, technically, even wanted pregnancies are parasitic, but you want it. You want the pregnancy. You want to carry it to term. But yeah, if people were completely consistent with their point of view, they would forcibly carry rape and incestual babies to term. They would make women forcibly carry Like a 14-year-old girl that's been raped by their fucking father would have to be forcibly fucking carrying pregnancy to term because that's still a life. What's up? If you're like a rape incest baby, you're not a life? Guess what? Everybody understands that. And also, everybody fucking recognizes, or at least most people recognize, that, you know, there are exceptions to be made. Even fervently anti-abortion Christians acknowledge that criminalization doesn't reduce abortions. They just want to punish the people who have them. Yeah. They want to punish the people who are having sex out of wedlock, okay? They want to punish people who are having sexual intercourse outside of marriage. Or having sex for fun. And even then, they just want to punish poor people that are doing that. Because if you are the daughter or wife or mistress of a wealthy Republican politician living in the most red state and you want to get an abortion, you can. We know that to be true. They'll find a way. It's the poor people who can't get an abortion. It's the poor people who can't like fucking travel somewhere else to get the abortion. It's the poor people that don't have access to that same kind of reproductive health services. So yeah. You can keep lying to yourself and lying to others and be like killing babies equals health, but ultimately that is what it is.